factorize quadratic expressions? The easiest method is middle term splitting method. And if you want to be expert of the method, just stick to the video till the end. Hey everyone, I am Meenu Gera, online mathematics wizard, and welcome to Meenu's Maths. As I told you, in today's video, I am going to discuss to factorize quadratic expression by middle term splitting method. So just understand first what is quadratic expressions. The expressions with degree 2. They are called quadratic expressions. And its standard form is ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are real numbers. And don't forget, a is not equal to 0. And what is factorization? Just to write as the product of several factors. Now to explain the middle term splitting in detail, and to understand the method in detail, let's jump into my PC.
So to explain middle term splitting method, I have taken different types for example here. First, this is 3x square plus 11x plus 10. Look at this, both are positive, both signs are positive. In second example, I have negative in the middle term and positive at the last term. In third one, this is positive and this is negative, and in the last one, negative for middle term and negative for third term. So look at this is what to do. First of all, to understand the middle term splitting method, first of all, look at this sign. If this sign is positive, it means we have to think about two numbers which can be added. We have to add the numbers. This sign will tell in this we have to add, and in this if there is negative we have to subtract. So one thing is final, that we have to add. Now what to do? What is the next step? Look at the middle term. This is 11. Look at the first term and last term. That means coefficient of x square and the constant. Multiply this. This is 30. Now we have to find two numbers for which addition should be 11 and product should be 30. Addition, we got the operation addition from this sign, that addition, what should be, which is the middle term, 11, and product should be product of 3 and 10, that means 30. Now how to think? If we talk about the 11, just start the splitting 11. If you find directly the numbers whose product is 30, then it's very fine. But if you are not getting the numbers directly, just do like this. Take 1. We know that 1 plus 10 is 11. And 1 multiply 10 is 10. It means this is not the answer. After 1, go to 2. 2 plus 9 is 11. But 2 9s are, that is 18. That's not perfect. Next, 3. 3 multiply 8. That is 24. 3 plus 8 is 11, but 3 8s are 24. That is not the answer. If I go for 4. 4 plus 7. That is 11. But 4 7s are. That is 28. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Next is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11 and 5 6s are 30. So it means we have these two numbers, 5 and 6. You know, I am telling here complete in detail, but it is not compulsory to do the steps. I am telling this, if anyone don't find the numbers, then they can do it like this. But if you are getting the numbers directly, so you can do it directly. That means 3x square plus, what is 11? That is 5x plus 6x. Why this is plus? Because we know that addition we got from this sign. This is 10. This is middle term splitting is done. Middle term has been splitted. Now what to do? Now these are 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 terms. Think about like these are 2 terms together and these 2 terms together. Take common from the first 2. This is x. X is common in both. Now, if I take x as common, there is 3x is remaining. This sign plus x is here, then this is 5. Here it is plus, so this is plus. 6x and 10. Take common from the third term and fourth term. 6x and 10. That is 2. Now I have taken common 2 from 6. So that means 3 is remained here and x is also here. Again this sign is plus. And what about this 10? I have taken common 2 from 10. I know that 2 5s are 10. So 5 is remaining here. This is 5. At this step, look at this carefully that we have same term in the bracket. This is the sign that we can check it that we are going in the right way. If we are getting same term in brackets, we can say that we are doing in a right way. Now take common. Which is common? This is common, which is in the bracket. This is common. This is common from 2 terms. This one and this one. This is common here. And what we get? We get x plus 2. We have taken 3x plus 5 common from here and x is remaining. Again, this sign is plus. From this expression, we are getting 3x plus 5 common and 2 is remained. This is. And its factorization is done. Now, if I go for the second sum, what is this? X square minus 6x plus 8. Again, look at this sign first of all. This is again positive. That means it is clear that the number should be added. Addition is final. And this is negative. We will see that what to do. Now we want 2 numbers whose addition is 6 as middle term is 6 and whose multiplication, whose product is 8 as the third term is 8. In this question we have 10 multiply 3. This is product of first term and the third term. That should be product. But in this we have 1 here because we have nothing in the coefficient of x square. That means we have 1 in the coefficient of x square. Then multiply of 1 and 8, or directly we can say that last term. Product should be 8 and addition should be 6. It's quite easy. We can think it directly. 4 2s are 8. If you are not able to think directly, you can again go for that. Think about 1, then think about 2, and you will get it 2. 1 plus 5, 1 5s are 5. That's not. And 2 plus 4 is 6. And 2 multiply 4 is 8. It's done. So now go for this. This is x square. We have seen that we got 2 and 4. We can write it like here 2x and 4x plus 8. Now we are looking at the sign minus. As it is negative, both numbers will be negative. It is the difference between the sums, as we have taken here plus and plus because this was plus. This is negative. We have taken both minus sign. Again, next step is same. Think it like two terms and take common from here. X is common here. From x here, I have taken x. And now x is remaining here minus. Then from 2x, I have taken common x and 2 is remaining here. Now this is minus. Look at this step very carefully. As I have taken minus here, from these two terms I am taking 4 as common. It's quite simple that from 4x, if I have taken 4 as common, so x is remained here. Now look at this very carefully. From plus, I have taken common minus. So minus is remained here because we know that minus is equal to plus. It means if we are taking minus common from a positive term, it will be minus here. Always remember it, when we are taking minus as common, then the internal sign will be changed. If it is plus, it will be minus, and if it is minus, it will be plus. Now from 8, I have taken 4 as common. We know that 4 2s are 10, so this is 2. Now at this step, look at this carefully, that we are getting same term in brackets. This is the sign that we are doing it in right way. So just take common that is in the bracket. I have this term and this term. In both terms, I am taking x minus 2 as common, and in bracket, x is remaining here and this minus 4. And the factorization is done. Now just talk about the third type of sum. In third type of sum, what's new here? This sign is new here. This is negative now. In last sum it was positive, now it is negative. What the negative tells us? Negative tells us that think the numbers that should be subtracted. It talks about subtraction. So we have to think two numbers whose subtraction is 5 and multiplication, that means product is, this is 3 2s are 6. Product of first term and the third term, and product should be 6 and the subtraction should be 5. So I think we are quite clear here, because already 2 and 3, 2 plus 3 are 5 and 2 multiply 3 is 6. It is quite clear here. Just write down like this, 2x square. We know that 3 and 2. I advise here to write down large number first and the small number on the second one. This is. Now look at this very carefully. As we know that this is plus, this is positive. So write down positive on the large number and negative on the second one. This is the trick that you should keep it in your mind properly. This is the way to do properly. Now again the same thing. Take common from here. This is only x is common here. 2x is remained, plus from 3x I have taken x is common, so 3 is remained here. And from this again, as we have done in second question, take minus as common, because there is nothing, not 2x and 3, they don't have any common. So take 1 as common, and from 2x, as we have taken 1 as common, so this is 2x. And from minus, we have taken negative sign as common, so it will be plus. And again from 3, we have taken 1 as common, it will be 3. Now look at this carefully. In the brackets, we have same digits, same term. That means we are going at right path. Just take the common, the term which is in the bracket, and from this we have taken 2x plus 3 as common, and it is x here. And I think till now you are going to be good at the method. 2x plus 3 is common and minus 1 is here. Its factorization is done. Okay? And now we are going to the next question. The fourth one. What is the fourth one? 6x square minus x minus 2. So again, as it is minus here, we will think about the subtraction. Two numbers whose subtraction is. What is this here? What is the coefficient of x? Are you able to see? If you are able, just comment it below. This is 1. If there is nothing, that means this is 1 here. That means subtraction should be 1 and product multiplication should be 6 2s are 12. I think most of you are able to look at the splitting that we are getting 4 3. 4 minus 3 is 1 and 4 3s are 12. And if any one of you is not able to directly look at the splitted terms, go for the, as we have done in first question, that we want 1 here and we want subtraction. So just go from for a little 1 number, that means directly 1 larger. 2 minus 1 is 1, but 2 ones are 2. That's not true. And if I go rather next, that is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1, but 3 2s are is 6. That is not. Again, next 4 3s are 12 and 4 minus 3 is 1, that we have done it here. And it's done now. This is done. We got 4 and 3. As I have told you here, that always write the larger number first and the smaller number on the second. Do it like this. We will write it like 6x square, 4x, 3x, minus 2. Now look at this again very carefully, as this is negative sign here, minus 1x or minus x. This is negative sign here. So take minus in the beginning of large sign and plus at the smaller number. Okay. So this is splitting is done here. Now again take common from two terms. From these two terms, from 6 and 4, we are getting 2 as common and this is x. From 6x square, I have taken 2x as common. This is 3x. From 6, if I have taken 2 as common, we know that 2 3s are 6. So it will be 3 here. From x square, if I have taken x as common, it will be x here. Now this is negative sign. So it will be minus. And from 4x, what we have taken out? We have taken out 2x. From 4, if I have taken 2 as common, we know that 2 2s are 4. So it will be 2 here. From x, I have taken x as common. So this is done. Now I talk about the second term. It will be plus here. 3x and 2. There is nothing common here like the last sum. So just take 1 as common. Because we are taking 1 as common, same term will be inside the bracket. At this step, we look at this. There is same term in the bracket. That means we are doing quite right steps. Take common here. That is in the bracket. And if we are taking common 3x minus 2, that means 2x is remained here. And plus from this term, I have taken plus here. And 3x minus 2, I have taken it common. So 1 is remained here. This is the thing. And factorization is done.
This method is quite easy for small numbers. But what about large numbers? It will be a little bit difficult to think about the numbers that whose product should be this and addition should be this. Then what to do? I have a trick for you. to apply middle term splitting method on large numbers in quite easy way. And if you want to learn that quick, just subscribe my channel and get tuned with me and watch my new videos. Thank you.